Hi guys, Dermot here from Crua, bringing you our newest product launching on the 15th of August on Kickstarter. And what we're going to do is we're going to go trip through a quick setup video here. We actually got sun in Ireland and Kerry for a change. It's been raining for a while, so we're on a beach. We're going to show you to you in like a summery kind of feel. But quickly, I'm just going to quickly show you when you get the box, what's inside it, what to expect. Remember, this is a pre-production sample right here. When it comes to launch and the final product comes, it may differ, but not too much. So we'll start anyway, your pack. Now this, obviously going off the older one, was a stuff sack. Again, waiting to see what that's going to come out with, but it might be a bit smaller than that. We have 4 stakes, 2 spreader bars, or 2 ridge lines, and I'll explain exactly what these are, don't worry. You get 2 ridge lines in the inside for keeping your spreader bars pulled tight. Cinch strap will be keeping your Culla nice and wrapped up bag, and you'll have 4 guy lines which we've already attached. They're on every corner, so when you get a windy situation you can guide that down and your tent isn't going to rock and make you feel like you're in the middle of the ocean. Main body obviously is the hero here, is the Culla. This is going to go over any hammock you have, 2 person, 1 person, doesn't matter. We've tried it with a few. We actually have a hammock one right here. This is the Rue double. No issues, went over perfectly. We're going to be using a generic stand that we have here, our own stand, a convertible stand. We'll just show you very quickly, step by step, how we're going to put this on and how we're going to enjoy and relax and enjoy this sunny day. So yeah, perfect. Best thing to do here is you're going to grab your Culla first. So you have your hammock up, it's set nicely between your thing. You make sure it's not too low. Make sure it's nice and tight so that when you do sit in, obviously, it's not going to be drooping along the floor, because otherwise you're going to have to accommodate your Culla just to suit that. So just make sure this is nice and tight across. Best thing we found is grab your hand, stick it through this hole right here. So you can see there's a little cinch hole here with a carabiner on both sides. What that's going to do is it's going to snugly fold each side here, and then that'll just connect onto the existing connecting piece, which is normally your tree strap or your convertible stand or whatever stand you have. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to stick your hand in and look, just like you would with a bed sheet at home, trying to find the corners. It's pretty simple. All the way through. It's actually pretty warm inside here right now. Out to the other side, as you can see, same hole, same bendy strap, and same carabiner. So grab it like that, walk to the end of your hammock, unhook. This could be a tree strap, like I said, or it could be a stand. Feed yourself through. I'm going to grab my hand in here, your other hand, just to grab it, and pull. Just going to pull yourself in, and off you go. So, grab here, put it back on, put your first cinch onto it, and you're golden. Moving along, you're going to feed this through nice and slowly, all the way through, and it's as simple as that, lads. You just pull it right through. I mean, I'd slow down just to make it easier, but when you get used to this, just pull it straight on. Grab your spreader bars. This can be either step. You can put on the ridge lines or the spreader bars up to yourselves, but I'm going to put on the spreader bars here first. On your Culla, you got 2 sleeves. As you can see, your spreader bars are going to feed through those sleeves. So up you go, straight in, easy peasy, all the way through to the other side. Feed it in. Just like any tent, lads, any one of a 2-man tent, any tent like that with a dome or any poles, you're going to feed into the grommet. Simple. Always do one side first, then go to the other side. Now a little tip here, sometimes these can be very tight in a tent or whatever, is grab the base of the fabric here and just feed it through. You can see there that I leave that nice and floppy, so I pull that over and just look, finger flicks up. Done. Straight away we can see we're getting shape. Okay. Only thing is now is to get that fabric here off your face. So when you're finally lying inside and enjoying yourself, you don't want that slopping down. That's why we came along, we put the spreader bars here and pulled it back. Our last version had a ridge line going across the top. So we said we just change it up, see what we can do with this. What it does is it actually creates a better opening. So your shoulder area is going to be up here. So that fabric's been pulled off you. In our last version, the V1, it was just that ridge line. The fabric fell, so it just kind of fell on top of you. It doesn't feel too intrusive on you. So anyway, so these guidelines we got pre-production, they come with your little cinch adjuster. Now the way that's supposed to work is, just to show you, it's like your guidelines. So when you put tension on, so whatever's there, you can tighten or loosen. So that's the whole point of this. Thing is with the stand here, it doesn't really work, so you gotta get creative. They're gonna clip on here first. You can see there, that just clips onto the pole. Now we're gonna bring those sleeves in on the next, on the final version, so that's gonna be nice and snug there. Bring that up, and what I just do is I just give it a wrap around till it's tight. Obviously I'm putting tension on here. I'm not gonna get too tight with it yet until I have the other side done, because I don't want to pull in too far one side and having it less on the other side. It'll look all wonky. Clip her in, very simple. Pull it back. It's nicer to have it high because it takes the fabric off you. So if that's your point for fixing to the tent or the tree or wherever, guy up high, it'll bring the fabric nicely off your face. As you can see, isn't she beautiful? So this is the final version. Now, as you can see, we have a small breeze here, and I mean a small breeze, but obviously being on a beach, you get this whip breeze. This thing shakes all over the place. What you can do here, and if you have a bit of a breeze going on, is your guy lines, your guy ropes, so we're bringing it down. You grab your stake, give it a kick down, and then a bit more tighten, you can pull that silver thing back up, like I said earlier, and that'll tighten it out. So that brings that down nicely, and suddenly, even with one guy line on there, you can see the swaying stopped. Now if I started guying on all four corners, we'll get a nice solid base. This tent, again, like I said, pre-production, this will have a bug net, so I'm going to show you there very quickly. When I open the door, this is going to be like a standard tent door. You're going to be able to roll this all the way back up, and there's going to be a bug net here, so you can have a bug net doorway to close. This also comes with a vent, so when the bug net is there, you'll see a small toggle here at the back, and look, a little toggle ring. When you stick that in, this neat little trick, it turns the front door into a vent, and sometimes on a hot day you might want it. So pulling that down, what it does, it creates a V. So if I get the other one up here as well, like I said, toggle, eyelet, stick it in, very simple. Zip her down, and you can do this while you're inside the tent, and that creates a nice opening there for airflow. And again, like I said, when the bug net's there, there'll be a nice bug mesh there covering that up. So yeah, that's that. Other side, you can see, if I walk you around here, we have two more vents at the back, two more vents here, and they're toggled in the inside. There's zippers on the side. You can see my hand here. So you can see, it's a flap vent, it zips down the sides, and then you have a small brace here. You can brace it out, so that'll keep that airflow going. So again, like I said, a lot of people are going to use this warm days, or you know, it could be a bit humid or something. You might want that breeze, whatever breeze is there, moving through the tent. It's nice to have airflow anyway, and you can keep that open. And with that front door vent and this vent, it's going to give a nice cross ventilation, and it's going to get it nice and breezy inside there. So there you go, that's that. Okay, I'm going to show you the interior. So here we are inside the Culla. As you can see, space. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. Those spreader bars give you a nice open area, so it's nothing's coming on top of me. As I said earlier, here are your little vents. We have two. We have one down here, one up here. Again, both of them have those little braces, so you can brace it out from the window, so it just keeps it open. As you can see here as well, we have some nice pockets for your phone. So, you know, you can keep all your valuables here. As you can see here as well, we have some nice little light hooks. So that's handy if you want to get your lights up there. We actually have 3 of these in this tent, right here as well. Another one. And further down, I'm gonna get that fabric out of your way. You can see here. So there you go. So you have plenty of opportunity to put disco balls or whatever else you want into the Culla with you, and swing from any tree. So you'll be swinging in style. So yeah, just to kind of speak to the insulation, this is graphene infused. It's going to give you plenty of insulation and keep you nice and warm or cool, whatever you want. Again, remember, these are inside the tents. You regulate the temperature, so it depends on what you put in there, whether it's air conditioning unit, which I'll talk about later, or if it's heat, depending on where you are. Generally, your body heat in something like this area is going to keep you warm anyway. You'll see a massive difference compared to the inside to outside, so you're going to have a nice environment, believe me. Another thing as well, is people kind of confuse this with temperature ratings and stuff. There is no temperature rating on something like this. This is unique. So again, there's no way we get that question a lot as far as, you know, what's the temp rating? It's not a sleeping bag. So we don't have one of those. So all we can say at the moment is it gives you good temperature regulation, just like the inside of a house. One thing as well, a little tip, when you put on your ridge lines here, and you saw me do it earlier in the video where I put it onto a stand, one issue with convertible stands like this, always tighten to the extreme. As you can see here, this is a lot more extreme than what you saw at the start of the video. It's almost like a bungee cord. The reason is once I get into the hammock, you'll see that tension's gonna come off. And you can see there, not as tight. Because I know for a fact that someone's gonna put this up. I've seen this video, and if I didn't say that, that'll sag right down on top if you don't tighten that up a lot. So just a little tip there. Another thing as well we talked about with the insulation, again, one thing about our Cullas, they are temperature regulating. This is the Zero Breeze. We got in kind of a collab with these guys. They've been helping us out with these units, and this is an air conditioning unit, nice piece of kit. And what it does, again, it conditions the air. So that with our own tents, it gives a lovely environment. So today is pretty hot, especially for Ireland. But when you have that inside there, and you pump that in, again, it goes on there, it vents on. Just to give you a quick show, I'm not going to turn it on right now. Vents on, and you can just put it into the vent, just leave it there, and that's going to drive cold air into your tent. Now, what I find the best thing to do is go for your swim if it's available to you. Close that door right down, have that fed in there, let it cool down for half an hour, and suddenly your temperature inside here is going to be cushy, as they say. So you're going to have a nice cold temperature inside there. So again, like I said, insulation. So it doesn't generate heat, it doesn't generate cold. It depends on what you do yourself. So yeah, it's, like I said, dead handy. So if you are swinging in the heat, I would recommend one of these bad boys right here. So that's it for now. I hope that was slow and steady and you can understand everything I was saying. And like I said, these are all tips and tricks that we know and we've learned. And again, we're going to find more, and we're going to have questions from customers that we're not going to only answer to straight away, because we're trying to figure it all out too. You know, it's all about innovation and learning new ideas and learning new techniques to do stuff. And hopefully when you get this, you're going to appreciate it as much as we do, because actually it is a lovely feeling. Thanks for supporting us, and thanks for checking out the video, and we will see you again on the next video. Thank you. From Dermot, out.